Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 11. Hydrogen and oxygen when combined with each other, two hydrogen atom combines with one oxygen atom, and you can say that oxygen and hydrogen and oxygen are combining with each other in 2:1 ratio. Now, if I say that represent this compound that is combining by two hydrogen atom with one oxygen atom, you will represent that as H2O. Now, you have represented this compound that we know that this is the chemical formula of water. This is water. You have represented this in the ratio of their constituent atoms. This thing is known as empirical formula. Empirical formula. Now, if I say that write down the molecular formula of water, then you will write it H2O. Now, supposedly I am telling you that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen combine together to form glucose. Now, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen combine with each other in the 1:2:1 ratio with each other to form the glucose. When you are going to represent this thing, that is the glucose, with respect to their ratio of the atoms, the atoms of the elements that is constituting the glucose, you are going to represent them as this, that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are combining with each other in the ratio of 1:2:1. So in the basic formula, if I have to represent this with only their ratio, then the formula that we will be writing that is CH2O. Now this is the empirical formula for glucose. But now if I tell you to write the molecular formula of glucose, then you will write C6H12O6. This is not empirical formula. This is molecular formula, which is saying that 6 carbon atom is combining with 12 hydrogen atom, and that is combining with 6 oxygen atom to produce one molecule of the glucose. But empirical formula of glucose is only saying that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are combining, and they are combining in 1:2:1 ratio. That is the difference between the empirical formula and molecular formula. In the case for H2O, the empirical formula is representing that hydrogen and oxygen are combining in 2:1 ratio to produce this hydrogen compound. The molecular formula is saying that to produce one molecule of hydrogen, 2 atoms of hydrogen is needed to combine with 1 atom of oxygen. By default, for oxygen, empirical formula and molecular formula are becoming equal with one another. That is not the case for all the compounds, because lots of compounds are there. The ratio of the constituent atoms of the elements can be something else, and the numbers of atoms of the constituent elements that needed to produce that compound, the one molecule of that compound, is entirely different. Like in the case for glucose, where glucose, one molecule of glucose is needed 6 carbon atom, 12 hydrogen atom and 6 oxygen atom to produce one molecule. But they are combining with each other in 1:2:1 ratio. So when you representing them in their numbers of constituent atoms with alongside the ratio of their constituent atoms, then you are writing it as a molecular formula. But when you are writing only their with respect to their ratios of their constituent atoms, then you are writing the empirical formula. Glucose, the empirical formula of glucose is saying that CH2O. Now, when you are multiplying this CH2O, this empirical formula with 6, you will get C6H12O6. That is the molecular formula of glucose. The empirical formula of glucose, that is CH2O, when multiplied with the number, integer number 6, it gives C6H12O6, the molecular formula of glucose. This is the relationship between an empirical formula of any compound with its molecular formula, which is saying that molecular formula is equals to empirical formula multiplying n. N is the integer that needed to multiply with the empirical formula of any compound to get its molecular formula. In similar way, molecular mass is also related with molecular mass equals to empirical formula mass multiplied n, which is also the integer value, integer number which is needed to be multiplied with the empirical formula mass of any compound to get the molecular mass of that compound. In the next mathematical problem, the information that is given, the question is saying that a compound composed of carbon, hydrogen and chlorine contains carbon 10.04% and chlorine 89.12%. The vapor density of the compound is 59.75. Determine the molecular formula of the compound. Now, this type of numerical problem is done in a specific way. Try to see what is those specific steps that is needed to be followed to do this kind of chemical numerical problems. Now, they have given carbon and hydrogen. These are the constituent, carbon and chlorine. These are the constituent elements that are producing a compound in which the percentage of carbon is 10.04% and the percentage of chlorine is 89.12%, and the remaining and there is also hydrogen is there, 89.12%. Therefore, the remaining portion will be of the hydrogen. It will almost be 0.85. 100 is the total amount. From 100, 10.04 has been used, has been given by carbon, and 89.12 is given by hydrogen. Therefore, the remaining portion will be 0.84% is given by hydrogen. Therefore, this is the amount of carbon 10.04, hydrogen 0.84 and chlorine 89.12. The first thing that we are going to do is divide all of them by their respective atomic mass. Carbon's atomic mass is 12, 10.04 by 12, hydrogen by 1, and for chlorine 35.5. This will give the amount 0.836 is to 0.84 is to 2.510. Now this is the next thing that we are going to do is the lowest value, which is almost 0.84 is to 0.84 is to 2.510. We are going to divide all this value in the next step by the lowest amount. The lowest fraction in these three fractions is 0.84. So we are going to divide all these three fractions by 0.84. This will roughly give 1 is to 1 is to 3. Now this is the ratio of the carbon, hydrogen and chlorine with which these three are combining to produce a compound. So therefore we can find that empirical formula. We can easily find out the empirical formula. Empirical formula equals to C1H1Cl3. This is the empirical formula of the compound. Now the vapor density of the compound is 59.75. We know that molecular mass equals to 2 into vapor density. Molecular mass equals to 2 into vapor density. For any compound, molecular mass of that compound is equals to the 2 multiplied the vapor density of that compound. Therefore, molecular formula of this compound we can easily find out by multiplying this 59.75 vapor density with the 2. It will give 119.5 gram. Now this is the molecular formula. We previously had discussed about empirical formula mass multiplied N equals to will give molecular mass. Now empirical formula mass for this one will be 12,135.5 multiplied 3 will be equals to 12 plus 3 plus 5, 6, 10, almost 5, 9, 1, 119.9 gram, 19.95 gram. Empirical formula mass multiplied N, molecular mass is 119.50. Therefore, N equals to 1. That is, when this empirical formula will be multiplied with 1, it will give the molecular formula, which will be, therefore, molecular formula equals to CaCl3 itself.